Welcome, everybody. I'd like to call to order the October 4th, 2021 regular Board of Aldermen meeting. Would everybody please join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka.
Here.
Alderwoman Tice. Alderwoman Sims.
Here.
Alderman Weggie.
Here.
Alderman Gould.
Here.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Here.
Alderwoman O'Neill. Alderman Shelton.
Here.
Mayor Dimmitt.
Here.
All present.
Great. Just as everybody obviously realized, Kelly's not with us tonight. I think she's just taking vacation. Is that right, Bola?
That's correct.
Great. All right. Next on the agenda is item 3, Fire Department swearing in. Chief Cottrell.
Good evening, and thank you for this opportunity. I'd like to introduce our newest employee, Clay Banderman. Clay began his career with the Brentwood Fire Department on September 29th, 2021 as a firefighter paramedic, just last week. Firefighter paramedic Banderman was raised in St. Clair, Missouri, where he graduated from St. Clair High School in 2018. After graduation, Clay attended East Central College in Union, Missouri, where he obtained an associate's degree in paramedic technology. In 2019, Clay began working full-time at Missouri Baptist Sullivan Hospital, and in January of 2021, Clay attended the St. Louis County Fire Academy, recruit class number 112. Clay lives at home with his parents in St. Clair. His father is a youth pastor and his mother a kindergarten teacher. Clay has one brother, Kyle, who is currently in college studying to become a certified public accountant. Some of Clay's hobbies include playing golf, video games, and spending time with family, friends, and his dog, Tank. Clay enjoys the little things in life and views everything as a learning opportunity. Firefighter paramedic Banderman is excited for the opportunity to serve with the Brentwood Fire Department, as are we. Tonight, Clay's mother will be pinning his badge.
I, Clay Banderman,
I, Clay Banderman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Missouri,
and of the state of Missouri,
the ordinances of the city of Brentwood,
Brentwood,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and diligently
and diligently
demean myself
demean myself
at all times
at all times
while serving as a firefighter paramedic
while serving as a firefighter paramedic
for the city of Brentwood,
for the city of Brentwood,
for which I am officially appointed
for which I am officially appointed,
on this 29th day of September 2021.
I am officially
appointed
appointed
on this
day,
29th day
on this 29th day
of September 2021.
of September 2021.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor.
Right, next on the agenda is the approval or amendment of the agenda. Do we have any changes or modifications? Any objection to approving the same by acclamation? Seeing none, it will be so approved. Next up, citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board or online, now is the time to do so. You will be given up to 3 minutes. We have none, so we'll move on to mayor and alderman reports. I have no report. Alderman Plufka?
No report.
Alderwoman Tice?
No report.
Alderwoman Sims?
Only that the regularly scheduled Ways and Means meeting will be occurring this Thursday at 5:30 here, and I guess those can also attend by Zoom or see it by Zoom.
Alderman Weggie?
No report.
Alderman Gould?
No report.
Alderman Lockmuller?
No report.
Alderman Shelton?
No report.
And Alderwoman O'Neill? No report. Next up, item 7, city administrator report. We have 3 items. The first is Brentwood bound update. Craig, you want to come on down?
I think that was the fastest Board of Aldermen report. I had to quickly check myself. Good evening, Craig Schlitter with Navigate Building Solutions. Starting with construction costs, total spend since the last Board of Aldermen meeting was $379,166.47. Going to soft costs, total spend since the last board meeting was $40,028.69. That was spent on material testing, event lawn, comfort station design and engineering, and legal fees. There was a $1,000 easement acquired since the last board meeting. And going to the bottom in the funding categories, the only change was there was an additional rent check received from Bowser House, and that's why that amount went up.
Great. Thank you. Any questions for Craig? Alderman Weggie?
Yeah, two questions. In the in the warrant list, there's that 370-something thousand for the replacement bridge in Breckenridge. I guess 2 questions on that. One, why is that going to Ameren as the vendor on that?
Yeah, I think that's a bad line item. So this is the last board meeting you guys all approved the consent agenda. Ameren doing relocation of power lines for the phase 2 improvements. And that's what this is for. So this is what you all approved the last board
Okay,
meeting.
so it's not the bridge
It's
itself?
not for the.
Correct. Nothing to do with the bridge.
Okay.
All the power in phase 2.
Is that the explanation we put on there?
Yeah.
That's wrong. So we'll correct it.
Okay, and then second question, I know you've been trying to get a schedule on the Manchester actual work that's going to be happening when MoDOT, I forget who the vendor is. Any more insight on that of, I mean, I know
No.
we know the tunnel's going in summer 2022.
Yeah, correct. I mean, high level, we know that in spring of '22, they're going to start some upfront work on the tunnel work, but really the Manchester's going to be shut down 2 lanes at the tunnel, so there will always be 1 eastbound and 1 westbound lane, and we still know the bridge is going to be done summer of '22. We don't have any more specific dates. We had a meeting this afternoon. The contractor's still working on it. There's so many things you can imagine with permits working in all these different municipalities, so they're trying to do that, but it's still a work in progress. Those high-level dates are still good, and when we get an actual definitive schedule, we'll bring that to you all.
Okay, great, thanks, thank you.
Anyone else have any questions for Craig? Okay, move on.
Great,
Next
thank you.
item is the Hanley TDD, I believe.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is the report that was submitted by the South Handley Road Community Improvement District. This is the improvement district that is associated with the Town Place Suites, the Marriott Hotel that just opened last week. They are required by law to submit to the city their proposed fiscal year '22 budget. So that is, I'm just sharing that and presenting it to the board. They have submitted it and are in compliance. The second item, we're bringing that to your attention because on the warrant list is an invoice for this sovereign acquisition payment, and the board will be approving the warrant list before you actually approve the legislation. So I'm just giving you heads up as well on that.
Any questions for Bola on either of those two items? Great, thank you. I'll move on to the consent agenda. We have 4 items under that. Are there any requests or any questions about any of the items under the consent agenda? The Chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So move.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka.
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Weggie.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill. Alderman Shelton.
Yes.
All in favor.
Okay, and I will slow down a little bit. Next on the agenda, we have no old business, and that gets us to item 10, new business, of which we have 3. The first is Bill number 6348. Can we get a first reading by title only, please, Mr. City Attorney?
Bill number 6348, first reading, an ordinance of the City of Brentwood, Missouri, approving a certain agreement regarding easement with Sovereign Acquisition LP for a permanent easement in favor of the Metropolitan St. Louis Metropolitan Sewer District in a certain property at 8524 Manchester Road, authorizing certain other actions in connection therewith, providing for the effective date of this ordinance, and containing a severability clause.
Thank you. Bola, are you handling this, or Craig? Dan here? No, I didn't see Dan. Mark?
Mark do it?
Mark is saying he's,
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening. This is the ordinance to approve the agreement with Sovereign Acquisition that Bola mentioned regarding the compensation. They have asked for $1,000 in compensation to grant this easement. This is part of a package of easements we have to obtain for MSD. So the easement actually will run to MSD. We'll pay them. If MSD should fail to do certain things, which we think is highly unlikely, then the city will go in and, for example, restore the surface to where it was before they did the work, that kind of thing, minor stuff. And if necessary, they will agree to grant us an easement, the city an easement, if we need to do that. So that's the basic purpose of this ordinance before you tonight.
and if we could ask the masked man to identify himself,
I'm sorry, this is Mark Murray. Sorry. Apologize.
just for the people who are watching, Mark.
Sorry.
No, that's good. Any questions for Mark about this item? Okay, Alderman Lockmuller.
Motion for a second read.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second for a second read. Any discussion on that motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Can we have a second read of Bill 6348 by title only, please?
Bill number 6348, second reading, and consideration for adoption and ordinance. Sovereign Acquisition LP, permanent easement in favor of the Metropolitan Sewer District in a certain
All right, thank you. Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill 6348 into ordinance form.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion on that? Okay. Roll call.
Alderman Plufka.
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice.
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims.
Yes.
Alderman Weggie.
Yes.
Alderman Gould.
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller.
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill. Alderman Shelton.
Yes.
All in favor.
Ordinance passes.
Oh, ordinance passes, and upon the signature of the mayor, I do not have the ordinance number here.
Okay.
So I am able to tell you what that ordinance number will be.
That's all right. All right, thank you, everybody. That brings us to the second item under new business, and that's Bill number 6349. Can we get a first reading of Bill 6349 by title only, please?
Bill number 6349, first reading, an ordinance approving utility easements with Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District for sewer facilities for the Brentwood Bound Improvements Project.
Great, thank you. Mark, you want to handle that one also, or Dan handle that? Okay, thank you.
All right.
Like we did at the other past meetings, this is another MSD easement. This one in particular is closest to 2735 Bompart. So this would be over by the pedestrian underpass adjacent to Mary Avenue. So they're asking for a permanent easement to put their pipe in and be able to maintain it forever and ever. So same premise as what we did in the past meetings.
Okay, thank you. And as in the past, yes, Alderman Plufko.
Make a motion for a second reading?
All right, we have a motion and a second for a second reading and a discussion on that. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Can we get a second reading of Bill 6349 by title only, please?
Bill number 6349, second reading and consideration for adoption, an ordinance approving utility easements with Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District for sewer facilities for the Brentwood Bound Improvements Project.
Thank you. Chair would entertain a motion to perfect Bill 6349 into ordinance form.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to perfect 6349 into ordinance form. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
All in favor and upon the signature of the mayor, this becomes ordinance number
Plus
something.
one.
Plus one,
Plus
plus
one.
two.
Thank you. And finally, brings us to Bill number 6350. Can we get a first reading of Bill 6350 by title only, please?
Bill number 6350, first reading, an ordinance approving a maintenance agreement with Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District for sewer facilities for the Brentwood Bound Improvements Project.
Thank you.
And this one is over by 2714 Breckenridge Industrial Court, so this would be where the old Midwest floor was. This is a maintenance agreement for that pond lake area, so this is between MSD and the city.
Chair would like to entertain a motion for a second read, if anyone's in favor of doing that.
So moved.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Any discussion on the motion for a second read? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, can we get a second read of Bill 6350 by title only, please?
Bill number 6350, second reading and consideration for adoption, an ordinance approving a maintenance agreement with Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District for sewer facilities for the Brentwood Bound Improvements Project.
You would like to have a second read on this tonight, if at all possible? Someone be willing to make that motion? No, I'm sorry.
We just
Already
did.
done it.
We just did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get a motion to perfect Bill 6350 into ordinance form?
So moved.
Second.
Did we do a second read?
Yes.
Okay. I think Bola and I were,
Okay.
yeah.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims? Yes. Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
All in favor and upon the signature of the mayor, this will become ordinance number +3.
Great, thank you. Brings us to item 11, citizen comments. Anybody in the public care to address the board? Now is the time to do so. Again, we have none, thank you. We do have a few items under closed meeting, so we do need to, I would like to go into closed session tonight, if the board is willing to do so. So with that, can we get a motion to go into closed session pursuant to RS Mo 610.021 subsections 1 and 2?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on that? And roll call, please.
Alderman Plufka?
Yes.
Alderwoman Tice?
Yes.
Alderwoman Sims?
Yes.
Alderman Weggie?
Yes.
Alderman Gould?
Yes.
Alderman Lockmiller?
Yes.
Alderwoman O'Neill? Alderman Shelton?
Yes.
All in favor?
Thank you. And we will adjourn from there, and we will meet in just a few minutes back in the conference room.